Mississippi. Todd told you about the last few years. Ely, you've been with me through it all. There's no one else in this world I'd rather have by my side. And probably there's no one else in this world that would have stuck with me through these 22 years. And thank you. Now that's awesome. It's kind of like those first 4 months in office Todd was talking about, right? There's always a challenge. But I want to thank all of you that are here tonight and all of you who are watching from all over this great state and all over this great country, who have prayed for us and supported this effort to keep up the Mississippi momentum. When I was first elected, I told you all I wanted to be a governor for all Mississippi. And I've strived to do that every day since you put your vote of confidence in me 4 years ago. I want to create a better future for our children. I want to leave this state better than I found it. I know what we all know, that Mississippi is home to the best people in the world. And I want everyone to hear that story. As I stand here today, we know that our state is headed in the right direction. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Mississippi has momentum, and this is Mississippi's time. And the reason that I repeatedly say that is because it's true. Democrats across America and many in the media want Mississippi to be the butt of every joke. It used to be true that Mississippi was last in education. But today, my friends, that just isn't the case, not by a long shot. In fact, as of this year, Mississippi is better than most states when it comes to education. That's an incredible accomplishment for a state that was last in the country for so long. I'm proud to tell y'all that Mississippi is last no more. And will be last never again. So instead of being the butt of every joke, Mississippi is now the envy of the nation. Other states are looking at us, taking notes on what we have done and hoping to replicate our success. My opponent would have you believe that the state would be better off run by Biden, Benny, and Brandon. He just got nearly $1 million from the D.C. Democrat Party bosses for his loyalty to their agenda. He's gotten support from every liberal celebrity under the sun, from the governors of California and New Jersey to Stacey Abrams, who said Mississippi is ripe for liberal transformations. We don't have a race here between two Mississippi candidates with Mississippi campaigns promoting Mississippi ideas. My opponent has outsourced his race to the national Democrat machine, and they are united from coast to coast in their effort to flip Mississippi blue. And he's told all of them that he owes them. What they're giving him, it ain't charity. They want something from their boy Brandon for all their liberal activist money, because most of these clowns have never stepped foot on Mississippi soil. I will at least give Gavin Newsom credit. At least he had the guts to show up in person all the way from California to campaign against me. The National Democrat machine is counting on Brandon to take a chainsaw to Mississippi's conservative laws. My opponent and his party bosses think welfare is better than work. They think Mississippi values are wrong. They think this state and this country are inherently racist, and we should lay down and let them run our lives. Friends, we are not going to let Biden, Benny, and Brandon run Mississippi. The reason we're seeing the wins we've achieved is because conservative leadership works. We made the decision to hold ourselves to a higher standard, to hold our students to a higher standard. And in education, Mississippi students have done exactly what Mississippians do. They've risen up and they've met those increased expectations. But the real credit for the Mississippi Miracle belongs to our incredible teachers, our parents, and of course, our kids. I believe that Mississippi has the smartest students in the country. They're reading and doing math at a level we've never seen before and outpacing every other state in the nation. Our kids are graduating at the highest rate in our state's history, higher than a majority of other states. What that means is that thousands more students will graduate high school each year in our state. It means tens of thousands more kids will have a better shot at success, a better shot at the American dream. It means that tens of thousands of Mississippians are joining the workforce better equipped to attain a high-paying career, to provide for their families, and to better their communities. These education wins have translated directly to the growing, successful economy that we now experience. Our people are earning more money than ever before. In fact, per capita income's up almost 30%, almost $10,000 per person in Mississippi over the last 5 years. Businesses are investing in Mississippi at a record pace and bringing good-paying jobs with them. In fact, last year alone, we saw over $6 billion, that's billion with a B, in new capital investment in the great state of Mississippi. These companies don't just bring great jobs, they also bring revenue to our state through a growing economy. And we've been able to make historic progress in the last 4 years in repairing and maintaining Mississippi's infrastructure, our roads and our bridges. We've invested in health care, we've increased public safety, and we've expanded Capitol Police to make our capital city safer. We gave the largest teacher pay raise in state history, bringing their pay above the regional average. Our teachers do amazing work to shape the next generation of Mississippians, and we're never going to pay them what they deserve. But as long as I'm governor, we're going to continue to invest in our teachers, and we're going to continue to invest in our schools. The great thing is, we've done all of this without a single tax increase. In fact, we passed the largest tax cut in Mississippi history in the last 4 years. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. But I can promise you this, we're not done. Whether it's schools, health care, safety, or more jobs with higher pay, we've got a lot more work to do. In my next term, I'm going to make sure that the state of Mississippi works for the people of Mississippi, not the other way around. I'm going to do that by ensuring Mississippians keep more of your hard-earned money by eliminating the state income tax. We compete every single day with states like Texas and Florida and Tennessee, and right now we find ourselves at a competitive disadvantage because we've got something they don't, and it's called an income tax. We're going to keep working to improve our workforce and get more and better paying jobs to our state. You know, friends, this race is about more than just who's going to occupy the governor's mansion. This race is about the future of Mississippi. It's about the momentum of our great state. Will we continue in the right direction with a red-hot economy, record education gains, protecting our freedoms, and lower taxes? Or will we start looking more and more like California and New York, where once great cities have become unlivable, taxes are sky high, and crime is rampant? The thing is, the National Democrats think Mississippi is theirs for the taking. They've circled our state, and they've handpicked their candidate. They're betting big on him. They're lining his pockets and sending dozens of far-left operatives to aid his campaign. These National Democrats think they can use him to inject their liberal ideology into Mississippi under the guise of being a moderate. Well, over the last few years, a lot of self-proclaimed moderate Democrat governors got revealed for what they really are. They chose to shutter church doors, to keep businesses closed, and to destroy livelihoods. So-called moderate Democrat governors in Kentucky and Louisiana vetoed common sense bills to prevent sex change procedures for children. Here in Mississippi, we chose a different path, a path based on Mississippi values. When the chips were down and when times were tough, we held close to our values. Throughout COVID, we made certain that our God-given right to worship an almighty God was not infringed. We stayed open for business, and we kept our people working. We banned vaccine mandates. We kept our businesses open, and we got our kids back in school. And we weren't just hit with COVID. Since I've been governor, we got hit by the most destructive hurricane our state has seen since Katrina. We've been hit by tornadoes, a historic ice storm, record flooding, and countless other natural disasters. But through it all, Mississippians have persevered and come back stronger, just like we always do. Now look, I'll be honest with y'all. I don't think Mississippi would look the way it does now if my opponent had been at the helm the last 4 years. I believe if my opponent had been in charge, Mississippi would look a lot more like California and New York, and a lot less like the beacon of freedom we have become. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will hold the line like I will against national liberals who want to fundamentally change our state. You've put your faith in me 5 times now because you know I'll get the job done. And I'm asking you to trust me one more time. So the choice could not be more clear. There are 2 distinct options in front of you, Mississippi. We can give in to the National Democrats who think they can impose their will on our state. Those who will increase taxes, undo the economic progress we've made, and bring ideals that more closely resemble Portland than Pascagoula. Or we can keep up the Mississippi momentum. We can continue to deliver results for our students. We can continue to cut taxes, continue to raise incomes, continue to create jobs, and continue to protect Mississippi's values. You know where I stand. Thank y'all for this incredible honor. And thank y'all for giving our family the opportunity to continue to lead Mississippi and to lead this great Republican Party in the right direction. Thank y'all, and God bless the great state of Mississippi.
Reeves addressing his supporters at the Old Capitol Inn in downtown Jackson tonight after winning the Republican primary in his bid for re-election as governor. He's turning his attention now to his opponent, The Democratic primary winner, Brandon Presley, who was unopposed tonight. They will face off in November. Our election coverage continues right here on 16 WAPT. See you soon.